Hi, Deborah Mills here with Deborah Mills Arts. Today I'm going to read a little bit out of Old Hippies Never Die, The Return to Peace and Love. This is a fictional book, but it's a saga about a family, and it goes through all the different things about the hippie era. And you would be really surprised, I think, as you read it, to learn that the civil rights movement, the women's movement, even the gay rights, a lot of the Vietnam War, the protests, you'd be surprised at how much all happened during this era where people were returning back to nature and trying to bring back peace and love into the world. I think we need it again, and this is why I am really promoting this book. I'm going to just read a little out of the first bit. And this is out of my introduction, but this book is artwork, prose, and poetry in it. Old hippies never die. They simply fade away to sigh, with eagles on the mountains high. Oh, how can I ask you to love with grace, unless I love you? How can I say? We have to believe our pace. Unless I know it's true, tambourines and chiming bells, dancing in the street, candles, hemp, and incense smells, no strange do we meet. Oh, the longing to show someone new a prism song of colors and hues, of sea greens and Parisian blues, love flowing, all love and peace, unless it starts with me. No one knows what came first, the youth, the mothers, racial lines, but as times went, and those of us who remember, we could still see changes coming. There was a rumbling, there was a brewing, and times were changing. Mothers stayed home saying goodbye as father and the kids left for the day, to newer ideas, newer ways of thinking. She, dressed with high heels and cotton print house dress, lipstick in place to leave the mark on father's cheek, as the kids' faces as they left the house to their worlds of work, wonder, and education, while she retreated back into the sanctuary of the home, wiping her hands on the apron tied around her waist to keep the dress clean, twirling the pearls around her neck, almost as an omen of protection around her family as they went through their day. Later, around 3 o'clock mark, she would start the dinner, breezing through the bright red and white checkered kitchen with the bright red spoon and fork hanging on the walls, watching the bright red and white Coca-Cola clock for the time, the roast just right. Father would walk in precisely 4:30, leaving the big Ford Rambler station wagon parked outside in the sun, where later Big Brother would wash it down before covering it with a tarp to keep it off the bird poop. Mother would be dressed in an even nicer sheath for supper, pearls still at her neck, bright red evening glow, Avon lipstick on her freshly painted lips, the apron tied still around her waist, while the bright white heels she teetered on to make father smile when she handed him his brown leather briefcase, accepted the Kentucky bourbon whiskey highball or the vodka gimlet drink she gave him to sit at the dinner table as the kids scurried into the dining room for the meal. I will read some more of this as time goes on. This is a very interesting book. It really talks a lot about movement and peace and love, and it brings the family back together after they all scatter, but it brings them back together. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy your day. Have a good and happy day.